Wagwan Internet, it's Mr. Menziah here. Today I'm going to really talk about how my life's been in 2018 and with YouTube and life in general before my internet gets cut off again. So, let me talk about this. You guys know I'm flat broke, I am flat broke right now. And especially at this time of year, knowing it's Christmas season, gotta get people presents. I had to put the family first and sort them out before I could sort my own thing out. And man's behind on some bills, so my phone and my internet is probably going to get cut off in like 6 hours from now. By the time that I'm recording this, it's probably going to get taken down in a few hours. So I'm probably going to be offline for a little bit till I get it all sorted. My phone, though, I don't think I'm going to be on the internet for a while when it comes down to my phone. And you know how phone contracts are. So forgive me dear folks. I have not been responsible with my own dough. But you know what, go on, man. So, I'm just currently getting that situation sorted out as soon as possible. But, you know how it is. So, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to talk about how YouTube's been for me within the last year. Within the last year of YouTube, it's actually been my best and worst year. No word of a lie. With YouTube, this year's been my biggest year. I managed to break 3,000 subs. I managed to make well over 100,000 views within a week, and which was in August, July time, and I did the most numbers. And when I look back and I look at the most biggest videos that I've got this year, they actually aren't aging very well at all. In fact, I was the most reckless in those videos because I wasn't really thinking about if these videos were going to blow up. And they're probably some of my most controversial videos when it comes down to gaming news or gaming controversy. So that's also something that I've learned this year. Always expect each video to blow up, even though it probably won't. And I always try to stay professional, despite how bad I am at being professional in my own videos. Because, I always say, a lot of people might think that I am like a road version of Young Year, but I'm not. I like to consider myself an entertainer who just gives his thoughts, like unscripted thoughts about video games, and that's how I really have been doing it. And the videos when I normally do scripts, you guys don't actually like very well. So, I just normally kept it to how just being myself, and knowing that it's been the best year for me when it comes down to numbers. When it comes down to content, I feel it's been my worst year, because this year I've pretty much been sticking to one tone on the channel, and it has been relatively well, but it's also been quite stale for me because I've just had the same one note video when it's basically me criticizing all the time. And obviously I want to try and branch out for 2019. Hold tight, my reviews, they're coming soon, which I'll also get to. It's been very lackluster when it comes down to my content, and I feel I need to improve on that come next year. And now I'm going to get onto another topic, which I feel a lot of people who know me, or who have been subscribed to me for well over like a year and a half, I've always had this goal for trying to make 1 million subscribers. And somebody on one of my community posts made an excellent point. Why don't I try to make more reasonable goals for myself? And I ain't gonna lie, he made an absolutely good point. It was a very good point that he made. Also, I feel I do need to be realistic about these things as well. The reason I always have that goal every year, even though I don't get it, I always have something to strive for, despite if I get it or not, if that makes sense. And this is where the life aspect of things comes in. And I don't really like talking about my own life on the internet, but I feel you guys deserve clarity when it comes down to me as a person or as a human being, and more than just a content creator. So you guys know that I've been depressed for a good few years now. I want to say I've had heavy depression for about 5 years. And I got kicked out of school in 2013. Yes, I got kicked out of school. I want to say since then, I've just gone down when it comes down to my mood and how I feel in life in general. And it's actually made me do some really bad shit in life, which I don't think I should tell people, because obviously I don't want to get no dirt on me by any other dickhead on the internet. But, you know, obviously you guys know I've been about that life. You know, I've been on the roads, and even though it's not a good way for me to conduct myself, I have done some bad shit. You know, like, a lot of people just seem to think I'm just a wannabe roadman. It's not like that. I've actually been about that life, and for a good 2 years, it's been probably the worst time of my life, because I ended up getting stabbed in the beginning of 2018, and after that, I was in a very dark place, and it even got to the point where I was committing self-harm to myself. I want to say ending of 2017 to around mid 2018. And the reason I say this is because I have been down, and I have let that get into my videos more than I'd like. And the reason I try to deviate myself from that type of life and keep my internet, well, my YouTube channel away from all of that is because I'm scared, bro. Because obviously I know how the internet works, and I know how people are on YouTube. Everybody goes at each other, and I know if I let that part of my life get onto the internet, I could end up going to prison for the shit that I've done. Or I could even get myself into a lot of trouble. Maybe not prison, but I could get myself into a lot of trouble. And I don't want to get that. You know, so forgive me if I haven't been clear about how my life has been. And what I try to do is just to focus on my purpose. And my purpose, in my opinion, I feel, is my YouTube channel. And I love YouTube. I love doing it. You know, it was with video games. This is where I pretty much keep 80% of my time nowadays. And the reason I say this is I don't feel comfortable with a lot of stuff that I do in life. As of right now, I feel I don't have any purpose when it comes down to other things that I could do, other than to give my thoughts and to just be myself on YouTube and to just have fun. And that's the main idea when it came down to the YouTube thing, is be myself and to have fun being myself, you know. And I feel YouTube has always been that thing that I've always admired, like growing up watching YouTubers like the Rad Brad or Tetra Ninja. Like when I was in school, even when I was a little shit in school, you know, I would always go watch their videos because I always liked the idea of being a YouTuber and being related to video games. And even though it's taken me a very dark path, and also it took me a very long time to finally get to where I want to get to, I feel it's better late than never, I suppose. So the reason I'm telling you guys this is I try my best to really find something positive to strive towards. And knowing the stuff that I've been through within the last year, outside of YouTube, I mean, I try to do something positive so I don't focus on the negatives in life. The reason I do this is because I've been on it, like I've been about it, where you just focus on the negatives and it consumes everything that you do, and you never look at the positives in life, and you just get focused onto that negativity, and you just don't know what to do afterwards. You know, you just feel it's over. Like, where can I go from here? Like, what do I do? You know? And I don't want to go back into that mindset. And it's been hard. It's really been hard for me to really stay focused on what I want to do, which is the YouTube thing. But I do know the reality of the day that I could end up doing this for another 10 years, yeah, even if I make it to 10 years, and I could never blow. That's something I have to accept. And I think his name is Paradoxer. I've seen you, guy with the quiet picture on his YouTube channel, and he's been helping me as well, more than he actually knows. When I read his comments, he's realistic about it, and it's like, and it made me think I could do this and never blow up. And I just have to accept that. And despite how much I want to like be a YouTube success, just to simply like doing something that I have a passion for, I have to be realistic. You know, despite how hard that might actually be, even for some other people out there, I know it might actually be hard to accept that you might never get it. You might never get that opening you want in life. But accepting it is something you have to do, and you have to keep it moving. And that's something that I've learned this year the hard way, is despite what I've done and despite what I've gone through, I have to keep it moving and strive towards something better. So YouTube, the roads, being stabbed, self-harm, despite all of that, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't go back and change any of it for the world. Because when I look back now, I've learned that, I've learned that despite how hard things might be, and how bad and dark it might actually seem, you know, if you don't like it, you don't go down that road again. And that's the best thing about making mistakes. And this is why people out here are afraid to make mistakes, despite what people say on the internet. Is you don't do the same mistake twice, well, unless you're an idiot, you know. And that's the thing that I've learned. I've gone through it. I've learned from it. I suffered the consequences from it, and I now know not to do it again. And now I'm finally on the path that I want to do, and that's the YouTube thing and a bit of music as well. The album, I'll get to the album later, but that's the thing that I've learned from 2018, is despite how dark life might actually be for you, you've always got something positive to think about. You always have your purpose in life. And that's what I want all of you guys to do. I want you guys to know you all have purposes, fam. Yeah, it might not be the biggest success, like, I'm talking like Drake money, like, no, it might not even be that. You know, there's different forms of success in life. And you can all get it. Unless you put your mind to it, you know, and anyone can be successful. Anyone can. And that's the route that I'm taking. Is I'm on my purpose. I know what I need to do, and I know what I like to do. Now I'm going to stick towards it. And that's what I've learned from 2018. Despite how hard it's been this year, outside of YouTube alone, I've learned a lot. So yeah, for me, 2018 has been probably one of my hardest years. Well, obviously, you guys know about the whole college thing, obviously. The college weren't helping me with my learning. I've gotten to the point where I just don't even care anymore about college. You know, this is my last year. I'm just going to get everything done. And I'm just going to focus on the YouTube thing, innit? You know, I'll have some I think it's going to be in March, where I'm going to have a form of income coming in. So that's something I'll be able to live on, and I'll be alright, you know. So you guys know, like, it's been hard when it comes down to financial shit as well. You know, like, I do live in the hood, fam. Like, despite how cringy that might sound to a lot of you guys, I know a lot of Americans find the whole find the British gang shit very cringy, but it's real. It is real out here. My man got stabbed this year, and it, like, fam, it was horrible. It was absolutely over. Fam, I felt like I was gonna fucking die, and I was scared to leave my house, fam. My big man thing, like, I was scared. I didn't know what to do. Didn't even know if I wanted to go to college, because obviously them man go to my same college and that. So there was that also I had to deal with, but I still went and still did my thing, and I'm still here, innit? So now really it's just I've got to look to the future and think how am I gonna secure myself? Like, how am I gonna find my purpose and really be on my grind? Because right now I'm still in, like, the low levels, innit? Like, let's not even joke about it. I'm still, like, low when it comes down to the numbers or making videos or part of the algorithm I'm in. You know, we all know that I'm a little fish in this thing. But all I can do, because I can't guarantee that I'll blow. I can't. Nobody can. Like, even with the YouTube algorithm, it's not guaranteed, and I have to accept it. You know, I don't know, so I ain't gonna gas you up and say, yeah, man's gonna blow this year. I don't know. But all I can do is do my best, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, innit? So, as of right now, though, for 2019, I want to try and bring quality over quantity. So the whole making daily videos and making 10-minute videos a piece, I think I'm going to cut down on. Because that's just not for me, fam. Like, big man thing, I know you guys actually like to hear me talk on a daily basis, but I just feel it's not difficult, it's just long. Like, to constantly stay updated on gaming news, give my thoughts on the matter, and make sure it's over 10 minutes so the YouTube algorithm accepts it, which I will also get into in a minute. It's hard, blood. Like, it's actually hard out here, isn't it? So I think I'm going to try and bring more reviews, which I know a lot of you guys are really anticipating, and you guys are wondering, like, when the fuck is the Spider-Man review coming out, bruv? Even though I already played the game, I still want to hear your thoughts on it, which I actually admire you guys for actually saying that still. But my first review for 2019 is obviously going to be the Spider-Man review, and forgive me it's taken me so long. It's because obviously I wanted to 100% the game, platinum it, put a lot of time and effort, replay it a few times. I know I won't be doing this with every single review, just to keep in mind, but I really wanted to just get the ins and outs of the game, and I wanted to play all the DLCs, which will also be a part of the review as well. So the review will be fairly long, and that's also something that I need to talk to you about. Long videos. Right, I know some of you man are out here and you ain't got 10 minutes to spend. Like, that's fine. Like I don't most of the time, because I'm always playing like Warframe or some shit. And I understand it's not easy to be making 10-minute videos and expect everybody to watch it, because not everybody's got 10 minutes to spend in it. So with the whole YouTube algorithm situation, I know how the game works. You know, I know the best way for you to, like, blow up is basically to be a Clean Prince Gaming, despite how you guys feel about him. He's playing the game right with the long videos, the clickbait titles. Like, you have to be realistic. The YouTube algorithm supports the clickbait, and that's just how it works. That's how the game works. Like, you have to clickbait if you want to succeed, or if you're a woman, you have to be sexually appealing. I know that sounds cold, but it's the truth. And yeah, I know a lot of people might not like it, But that's how it's got to be, innit? If you want to succeed on this. YouTube is got millions of people competing to get money, to live off it or to make income. Other people have spoken about this. I know a lot of you guys might hate it, but it's got to be done if you want to succeed or if you need to sustain yourself or to make the bills get paid. I know it's annoying, but I have to do it. And I know a lot of people might not like me saying it, but I'm just being honest, innit? Like, that's how the game works. You got millions of people out here, and there's only a few thousand that actually do succeed on YouTube. Considering I'm just one guy out of thousands or maybe even millions of other gaming YouTube channels out there, how am I going to make a distinct feature about myself that makes people want to come back? And that's something I'm always thinking about. So forgive me if that doesn't sound nice to you, but it's how YouTube works, innit? I try not to use clickbait, but if I don't, well, I wouldn't say I use clickbait. I mean, I have used it before, but I wouldn't say that I use it all the time. But if I don't use it to an extent, like, I ain't talking, someone gets shot, then I've got a picture of a woman with no bra on holding an AK-47. Like I ain't doing them types of clickbaits, innit? But I do have to make catchy titles that'll keep people like, whoa, what does he mean by this? Let me click on this, And even though the YouTube thing ain't even about the views anymore, which is also something I've learned this year, it's not about views. Like, a lot of people seem to get mistaken now. Like, the algorithm's changed. It ain't about the views anymore. It's not. It's about watch time minutes. Because watch time minutes is what's going to determine if your videos get pushed out or if you get boosted in the algorithm. Because if you just get a view and somebody instantly clicks off, it won't boost you. So what will happen is, that's basically a way to counter clickbait to an extent. Like, Clean Prince, he does clickbait to an extent, but it's not like it's got nothing to do with the video clickbait, if that makes sense to you. So obviously with the low watch time minutes, that's something I need to learn in how to keep my audience engaged and to enjoy themselves and to be entertained for the whole video. And that's something I had to learn. But enough of all the YouTube talk. That's something I've got to learn even more, because nobody's got the YouTube algorithm clocked. Nobody has it clocked right now. Like, nobody's got it written down on the back of their hand and they know everything. Nobody does. So that's something I need to keep in mind. Reviews, I think I've already spoken about that. I'm going to try to make one review a month. This is not guaranteed though, but I'm going to do my best into trying to make one review a month. I just want to see how it goes and see if people enjoy that type of content, obviously, because if they don't, then what's the point? But if they do, I'm going to try and do one a month, and if people enjoy it, then I'll try to make it a routine and possibly get even more reviews in the future, like per month. Obviously, I don't want to get into an Angry Joe situation where like my fans are like begging for reviews, and obviously with his production, it's not easy to do, blood. Like, his production of reviews is not cheap, and it does take quite a while. So I'm going to try and I would like to do his level of work and do my own spin on it, but obviously I have to be realistic, and obviously I can't do like so many reviews a month. So that's something I'm kind of figuring out as well. And now for the album. So I did announce in my YouTube community post that I'm working on an album, which is true, and it is going to be completely free. You'll be able to listen to it on YouTube when it's done. And I'm going to try and release a few singles before the actual album is complete. So stay tuned for that. But right now with the album, it's going to be a grime album with some hip hop in there, and I'm trying to actually get into contact with some producers, because I do know a few who live in East London personally. I'm trying to get into contact with them and to see if we could try and do a little bit of synthwave grime, because I haven't seen anybody do that before. And obviously I'm a big fan of synthwave, and I'm a big fan of grime as well, and I'd really like to see how I could try and innovate both sounds by merging them together and see if it comes out well. But obviously I don't know if it will. You guys are going to have to be the determinator, like the people who determine if it's good or not for me. So album, I haven't got a release date yet. I'm trying to aim for 2019, but if not, obviously I will let you know in the YouTube community posts, and let's see how that goes as well. This is a new branch of media for me. I've always wanted to do like music as well, but obviously this is going to be more of a passion project. It's not serious. It's not serious. It's more of just I want to try it and see how it goes, and if that goes well, I might do it. But this is probably going to be my one and only album, and yeah. So now that you guys know about that, and hopefully with this upcoming year, and after I get my phone and my Wi-Fi sorted out, I could try and build my fan base a little bit more. But that's all up to the algorithm's decision. So you know what to do, man. If you guys want to support me in any way, you know what to do, man. Just like the video, because that boosts me in the algorithm as well. Comment, that also boosts it. Even dislikes boost it as well, which a lot of haters don't actually know. But you know, it will help. You know, so yeah, fam. That's really it when it comes down to how 2018 and what I want to see in 2019. So I hope you guys really understood where I'm coming from as like a normal guy, and it's how my life's been in general. Because I do understand we're all different. We've all got different ethnic backgrounds, and a lot of you guys have been asking me on Snapchat and Twitter, like, what type of person am I, other than just somebody who talks shit about video games. So now you guys know I'm not about that life anymore. I'm not on the roads, not on that street shit anymore. You know, I'm trying to stay away from that because I don't want to get stabbed again. So, you know, I'm doing my best, and hopefully with 2019 we can do better. And last thing before I go, I want all of you guys to get on your purpose, man. Like, if you guys have done your purpose, you got your families, you got a house, you're eating well, you're good. I ain't talking to you guys. You guys have really succeeded in my eyes. If you've got a family and kids and that, you man are good. So this doesn't go to you. If you guys like my age, I'm 21. You know, if you guys are my age and you're trying to figure out what you want to do, figure it out, man. Like, I know it will take time for you to figure it out. I do know, but don't let the petty shit get in the way of who you are as a person. You know, like, this is 2019. Like we're out here. We're trying to find success in life. We're trying to get that money so we can feed ourselves, feed the family, and that. That's what I want to do. Hopefully you guys can do that as well, and you can find your own success. You know what I mean? So, yeah, hopefully for you guys, man, you guys find your happiness and you stay on your grind, and all the success will follow you, man. Trust me. Because that's the thing that I've got to do. That's the only thing I've got right now, is just my ambition to try and be one of the best YouTubers out here. Even though that'll take me a while and a lot of improvement, but I do believe I can be one of the best to do it. You know, and possibly with the album, I don't know, maybe I could, with the feedback that I get, maybe I could possibly do another one, perhaps, I don't know. I'm just doing what I've always wanted to do, and I'm going to do it at my best, at my best, you know what I mean? I'm going to stay on my grind and do what I can do best. So, hopefully with you guys, man, hopefully you guys are doing the same thing as well. I hope all of you, man, are happy out here and you just try to find your grind. You know, I believe in you. Even to my subscribers that have been with me for years, even some of them that I'm actually quite surprised, like this Falcon dude. Hey, this is going off topic. He's been with me for years, fam. So shouts out to Falcon IV, I believe it was. He's got like a picture of the infamous logo which was on the back of Delson's jacket. You know, he's been on my channel for years. So keep in mind, man, I've even found my best friends on YouTube, believe it or not. You know, so you can even find some of your best people off your grind, like Mark, or I should say Malef, sorry, and Kaiser, Infamous Hero, Eviscerate, Static, Erithicus. You know, all of these guys I met off of YouTube, or I met through like Infamous, because he found one of my videos about how I hated sniping in Destiny 1. No word of a lie, I actually made that video. Oh, I made a few. Those are on private, by the way. I ain't comfortable releasing those videos. I was very vulgar in those videos, and I'm actually not even proud of them anymore. But even though I was very vulgar about it, I did love Destiny. Let's just keep that at that. But, you know, you guys can find that. You can find your best people if you guys feel that you're alone, because you ain't. You ain't alone in life, so... And even if you feel that way, do something that you feel is positive, that will benefit you in the long run. Because I'm doing it. I'm focusing on what I love to do. And let's take 2019, bruv. And if I don't take 2019, let's take 2020. And if not, 2021. And let's keep going forward until then. So, yeah, fam. That's what I've really got to say for this video. So, I hope you guys learned about who I am as a person. And what I've gone through this year. And hopefully I've been, like, gave you some advice on what you guys should do with your lives if you don't know what to do. If you guys do know and you've already done it, you guys are good. Like, if you guys got your family, you like, I'm trying to get to your level, fam. Like that's my end game, bruv. Get my family and kids. So, because I do know I've actually got some quite older subscribers on here. So, yeah. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I will see you in 2019. Because my internet's cutting off tonight, and it's going to be an absolute nightmare. And I'll catch you a lot later. Take it easy.